two goals that probably should have been flagged offside. One for Branislav Ivanovic and a late winner for Juan Mata. Wigan have felt a little hard done by in some of their recent encounters with Chelsea. They've only ever beaten them once in the Premier League, and that was here, the first defeat suffered in the Carlo Ancelotti reign, although it didn't stop Chelsea winning the title that season, and they clinched it by beating Wigan 8-0 on the final day. So the point of the season with shared hopes, shared expectations, shared dreams. Some of those were shattered pretty promptly for the likes of Queen's Park Rangers and Norwich yesterday, and Wigan hoping not to be in the same boat today. They haven't started recent seasons too well. They only won one of their first 12 Premier League games last season. But they'll be hoping for a lift here against the European champions, whose results certainly pre-season haven't been as good as they would have hoped. Here's John Terry. Getting it back from Ryan Bertrand. And here is Hazard, of whom so much is expected this season.
You see straight away he's drifted across the pitch to try and get a touch of the ball, but I think in the main he will start from the right and come in, because Bertrand looks more likely to play on the left in front of Ashley Cole.
Juan Mata for the moment has started out on the right, although he too isn't prone to drifting into the middle.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, it's interchangeable, isn't it? And that's what they're after at Chelsea, that exchanging of positions, that more fluidity going forward.
Certainly be plenty of competition for places in that area, also with the recruitment of Oscar and Marco Marin, who still isn't fit to make his debut because of a hamstring injury. Pressure there from Emerson Boyce. Moses breaking ahead of him. Looks back instead to MacArthur. Here's Alcaraz. Now James MacArthur, who's only played one half in pre-season. That was the second half of the last match against Celta Vigo. Promising build-up here. This is De Santo, the former Chelsea player, cleared in the end by Ivanovic to Mata. Hazard, neat little turn away from the new man Ramis, and he slipped it through to Branislav Ivanovic, who's got forward. Could be a good start for Chelsea. It is a goal inside 2 minutes. A wonderful piece of creation from Eden Hazard to set Ivanovic away. And what a start for the European champions.
Well, the turn was as sweet as you like, wasn't it? To leave Ramis absolutely dead. I talked about his confidence, and early on in this match, he knows exactly what he wants to do, and I think he knows where the defender is. Figueroa can't get near Ivanovic, and for a defender, he keeps his head really well and finishes like a top striker. But what a start for Hazard. What a start for Chelsea. He can't quite make up his mind. He tries to stay on his feet, but it's to no avail.
Ivanovic's last goal, also against Wigan, back in April. But he did get a 3-match ban off the back of that match retrospectively for a punch on Sean Maloney. The day, though, has started well for the Serbian here. A man who was shown a red card last week as the Community Shield slipped away from the Chelsea side, who'd taken the lead in the match against Manchester City. Makes a good start here today.
I suppose a bit of surprise to many people that he was able to start. But, it was deemed a friendly, and he could take part in the first competitive match, and Chelsea are pretty pleased about that at the moment.
There's Cole.
Well, it goes without saying, exactly the start that Martinez and the Wigan players did not want against what is a very talented Chelsea outfit out there today.
We will be wishing now that the ban had been in place for Ivanovic, with a red card shown for the challenge on Kolarov. Here's Ramis, man who was turned by Hazard for the goal. Alcaraz. Boyce. De Santo with a layoff, fell a little behind Maloney. Mikel tried to break it up, but that's McCarthy. And here's Figueroa. McCarthy. Figueroa drawing Luis out wide with him. No pressure for Czech.
Well, they would have gone into the match with a bit of confidence, I think. Wigan, it's got to pick it up now. Just try and stay solid for 5 minutes.
Here's Azar. Lampard has burst forward.
That's a penalty.
It is a penalty. What a horrendous start to his Wigan career for Ivan Ramis.
And what a start for Azar. That is a penalty all day long. He does Figueroa first, and it's completely mistimed from the Spaniard. It's a really poor challenge, and maybe the first goal rattled him a little bit. The fact that he got too tight.
Well, Frank Lampard has scored 5 goals against Wigan. The last was a penalty in the 8-0 win that saw Chelsea clinch the title. But Ali Al-Habsi saved more penalties than any other Premier League goalkeeper last season. 4 of them in total. Habsi making himself look big. Try and put Lampard off. Lampard, expert in that situation. Always a man to put himself forward and rarely misses.
He's a little unlucky, isn't he, Al-Habsi, in that he went the right way and the ball has crept under his body, but Lampard has hit it with enough power to do the damage. I'll say he gets a little lucky because the keeper gets his the right way. 2-0 to the good Chelsea. It is an awfully long way back now for the home team. An awfully long way.
Two down after 6 minutes against a team to whom they've conceded 8 and 6 in recent times, back in 2010. It does not bode well for Wigan, and certainly for this man Ramis. It has been a real rude awakening to life in this league.
I think he is quite a competitive defender. He picked up a lot of yellow, a couple of red cards as well last season in Spain. Somebody that likes to make a challenge. He's going to make a better one than he did just a couple of minutes ago, though.
Well, Chelsea have invested over £60 million in new players. Wigan's investment has been more modest. Ramis, the most expensive recruit, at £4.5 million from Real Mallorca. Ivanovic swinging in the cross. Ramis did get ahead to that, and it was an important touch too. Here's MacArthur. Here's Figueroa. Now McCarthy. MacArthur under pressure. Here's Caldwell. Ramis to Maloney. Here's De Santo. Now Antolin Alcaraz. McCarthy. Figueroa. Now MacArthur. This is Maloney. Wigan trying to build some confidence back with his possession. Maloney drifted across in towards Moses. Come all the way out to McCarthy. And now Mata trying to break with it. Stopped though by MacArthur. Here's Figueroa. Struck against John Obi Mikel.
It's a bit of a waste, but just like Chelsea, Wigan have got players who in one-on-ones can cause problems. Maloney there being one of them, if they can get the ball to him, to Victor Moses. Just be able to get a foothold in this game, but we spoke a lot about Chelsea's attack, but defensively I think they've got to improve on last year. 46 goals they conceded in the Premier League, good enough for a top club. We will see an improvement there.
Here's Caldwell trying to help settle Wigan after this turbulent start. Enjoyed a bit more of the ball at least in the last few minutes. This is Alcaraz. Now Boyce again. Going towards Moses, but that's too heavy for him. There's Lampard. Looking to find Hazard, but McCarthy was in the way.
Chelsea talk, the just hardly touched it yet, really. But we've had an indication of the way forward for Chelsea. Mata there, just getting involved. He's gone back out to the right-hand side. Hazard in the middle. It's a bad challenge.
Crunching challenge from Gary Caldwell. Welcome to the Premier League, Mr. Hazard.
Well, a bit of frustration, I think, within the Wigan ranks, culminating in that tackle, but he didn't need to go to ground there in a fairly harmless area. Clearly worried about the Frenchman. Could have ended up pretty nastily for the new boy. Hopefully he's okay. It was an extremely poor tackle.
Gary Caldwell was shown a red card for Wigan's heaviest ever defeat. The 8-0 thrashing by Chelsea. It was only 1-0 at the time that he got dismissed for his foul on Frank Lampard. Already 2-0 down here. Lampard. Over away by Boyce.
Chasing it, will they, in terms of being more direct. Wigan, you know, their passing game, their patient passing game is something that they will stick to. The good news is there's plenty of time left in this match to claw the way back.
Here's Moses. Swung in by Boyce. DeSanto tried to get there, but Ivanovic did. Arthur keeping it alive for Sean Maloney. Figueroa drives across, cleared by Terry. Maloney battling. Has to keep it from Hazard, succeeds in getting away from the Belgian. Figueroa.
It's been a good response from Wigan, you have to say that. I feel that they're involved in this football match now.
Bumpy ride last season for Wigan, which looked like ending in relegation, but a tremendous run of form late on helped to keep them up. And really, if they are to progress, they do need a better start than they've had in recent seasons. 1 win in the first 12 last season, just 2 wins in the first 12 the year before that.
It just puts so much pressure on you, doesn't it? I think from a points tally, they have improved each time under Martinez, so if they can do that again, it might not just be so hair and scare come April and May.
Hazard looking for the gap. Flick good from Lampard into the face of Ramis. The referee quite happy to let it run. Here's James McArthur. Franco Di Santo looking to get away from Luiz. Needs support though. Moses a little infield. Maloney going towards the box. As Luiz blocks the pass. Moses. Here's Bertrand. Overrun in the end by Victor Moses.
One or two touches, be pleased about that. Coming from that right-hand side to try and get involved. He's capable of causing problems in those situations.
First Premier League game in permanent charge for Roberto Di Matteo, and it couldn't have gone better.
No, 100% record. But it's one thing being an interim manager, a caretaker, if you like, quite another, you know, being the permanent boss, and you're looked upon differently by the players then. But he certainly did the job last year. He commanded the respect of the players. I just hope that can continue, but what a start.
Figueroa with the throw-in. McArthur held back by Hazard. Here's Caldwell. Now Alcaraz. Boyce. Their last 9 Premier League games at the end of last season, Wigan, including taking some impressive scalps along the way. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal. Boyce there, who had a good scoring end to the campaign, 3 in his last 4 Premier League matches. Won a corner here.
He's been quite effective on that right-hand side. He put a glorious cross in a couple of minutes back. A bit of space.
Maloney's corner. Cleared as far as Boyce. Back to Maloney. And it's up on the outside of him. Uses him. That's too deep, and it's a retrieval job for Franco Di Santo, which he's unable to accomplish. Here's Torres. Maloney. Figueroa cleared by Luiz. Here's Mata.
He didn't have hard to go here, did he? He was running down the blind area, Mata, but managed to draw the foul. Just a slight clip on the ankles, maybe.
Here's Lampard. Now Maloney. This is Cole. Torres, Bertrand going on ahead of him. Bumped right on the edge of the area by Antolin Alcaraz. Shoulder to shoulder, the referee felt.
A sharp bit of play from the centre forward. Leaves Caldwell for dead. Well, the defender was in the box, that's for certain. Torres just on the edge. I think he's got extremely lucky to get away with that. I'm all for allowing the old-fashioned shoulder barge, but he's played the man there.
Having already conceded 1 penalty, which made it a really traumatic first 10 minutes to the game. Here's Ramis, the man who gave the penalty away. Figueroa. Here's James McArthur. Lewis with the header. Maloney. Now McArthur stepping away from Mata. Alcaraz. It's Boyce with the cross. Di Santo's header!
That's 2 excellent crosses now that Emerson Boyce has delivered from that right-hand side, and Di Santo might well curse himself, because this was a decent chance for him. In between the 2 defenders, he gets up well, and, well, might easily have stuck that one in the back of the net. But it has been a really good response from Wigan. They've seen plenty of the ball since going the 2 goals down. Chelsea, to be fair, have withdrawn. They've sunk back. They've tried to stay solid. They've conceded possession in certain areas. I don't know if that's the best policy, the way Wigan like to play it about.
The goal is all it needs to give Wigan greater encouragement. And Moses here trying to work the opening that will produce one. Terry keeping at bay, a player who may shortly be becoming a teammate, but he's given away the free kick.
That's what he's capable of in a tight space. Quick feet. Another chance to swing in an accurate delivery here. Great deal of height. Wigan, if the ball's right, it will cause problems.
Well, only the man who has to get the ball right. Straight. Only lifted in. Swung back in by Caldwell. Away by Terry. Back in by Maloney. De Santo's up. Caldwell trying to come in on it. Away by David Luiz. Matter was hoping to carry it away. MacArthur stopped him. Rivaldo picks up the flick.
More responsibility, isn't there, on the likes of John Obi Mikel and Frank Lampard in a slightly different system now, this 4-2-3-1. Got to stay nice and solid, do the defensive work.
Lampard into the final year of his Chelsea contract. At one stage last season, although he would be on his way out of the club. Certainly wasn't among the favourites of Andre Villas-Boas, judging by his team selections. Here's Luiz. Now Terry. Cole. Lampard. Mata's delivery, looking for Torres. He's there first, though.
It was a teasing effort. You're just wanting the striker to make a little dash towards the near post to cross that area in front of the keeper.
Alcaraz. Now Boyce. Maloney. Alcaraz with a cross. Hooked away by Ivanovic. This is Figueroa. Santo. Cleared by Lampard.
A lot more of that for him, won't it? I'm sure he will try and get in the opposing box as much as he can, but Lampard has got a slightly different role this year.
Natural evolution of the role that Frank Lampard fills.
He can do it now. He's done it for England once or twice very well.
Which couldn't prevent the corner. Certainly seeing clearly the ball in the right area. But unable so far to give Pinacek anything too serious to be troubled about. MacArthur back to Sean Maloney.
First time delivery, that one. McArthur just taking a touch.
Here's Figueroa. Alcaraz with Boyce up on the right. McArthur. Now Maloney trying to wriggle his way through. Lampard though stops him. Hazard having footwork to get away from McArthur, left behind for Mata.
He's at the beating of his man every time. Hazard, a really encouraging debut for him.
Not sure it's Roberto Di Matteo necessarily who picks the players that Chelsea sign. For a £32 million outlay, they do already look to have something special in the 21-year-old. Here's Boyce. Moses. Moses, another one on the Chelsea wanted list. More talks expected to take place over that today.
Yeah, you wonder how many of those type of players they can fit into the squad, and indeed the first 11 as playmakers.
Alcaraz. Cole. It's against Uruguayan Alcaraz. Ivanovic leaving it. Momentary uncertainty. Did he grab it from outside the box? The referee says no.
Well, Roberto Martinez had a little look at the linesman on our side here, but he didn't give anything.
And at the other end, here's Torres. Ran into heavy traffic in the end, Fernando Torres.
I must say, my first instinct was that it was just out, but I might get a better view here. I think it's difficult for the ref to make a call, but that's just gone out the box. Linesman certainly had a better angle, but he wasn't prepared to put his flag up.
Ball from McArthur, but he finds Caldwell. Came off Ryan Bertrand for the Wigan throw. And they managed to resist the approaches for Roberto Martinez, who was wanted by both Liverpool and Villa in the summer, but again has stayed loyal to the cause here. Do you have to ask the question, though, of how much more can be achieved here other than keeping them at this level year after year? This Wigan's 8th consecutive season at this level.
It's a great achievement, isn't it? No question, but you'd like to wonder how much further they can go.
Lampard. It's getting tied to Hazard, but the referee allows that one. Here's Maloney. McCarthy. Figueroa, first time across, and it's away by John Terry. Now James McArthur.
It was a bit of a crisper ball, wasn't it, into Maloney, which gave him a bit of a boom. Picked up enough, the Chelsea captain.
To show injury to, obviously, John Terry, or to come off too easily. Okay, caught Victor Moses. And Wigan have already got on with a free kick. Here's Boyce. Caldwell.
Chelsea in this situation just withdraw, no pressure on the ball, they're happy to let them have it in this area.
Santo closing check down. Ball's beyond the reach of Ashley Cole.
If they could just maybe turn up the tempo a touch and get a bit more crisper, quicker passes into the front lads. Not easy because there's a lot of bodies there for Chelsea defending their goal.
Chelsea started the game with 2 goals in the first 7 minutes. You expected them to be out of sight by now, but Wigan have made a contest of it. McCarthy, though, catching Juan Mata. At the very least, a stern warning.
Every time one of their playmakers for Chelsea has got the ball in these areas, there has been contact. I mean, we saw it with Ramis with the first goal. He didn't actually make contact, but he tried to in pushing in on Hazard.
Alcaraz. There's Rice. Figueroa. From Maloney to James McCarthy. Royce with the cross. Savage with a header. To frustrate Sean Maloney, was just behind it. Closing down by Figueroa. Wouldn't quite break though for De Santo.
No, in the main, the ball's into the box have been good from Wigan. They haven't got a great threat really in terms of height, aerial ability.
There's Maloney. By Lewis. Putting it over the top to Mata and taking the return. There's Hazard. Trying to get away from McCarthy, who had one warning for the previous challenge on Mata and might just have earned himself a card this time.
He has experienced a few of these challenges, and to his credit, he's not made a meal of it. It's always a culture shock. Well, for some anyway, when you come into the Premier League, what refs do allow and don't allow a little bit more than they might in other parts of Europe. We'll get used to it.
McCarthy has got away without a card. Gary Caldwell intervened on his behalf. I'm not sure that had any influence on the referee's ultimate decision, but certainly McCarthy, after 2 risky challenges, has been spared a caution.
First day of the season. 10th, 13th, 15th, I think he might get a yellow for that.
Boyce letting it run.
It has been a good response. They have had plenty of the ball. In terms of chances created, though, not too many. De Santo header, probably the best.
There's Lewis. And he slipped around to Torres is offside.
Precious few chances for Fernando Torres up until now. Clearly off.
There's Maloney. Foul by Lewis, and he is going to be shown a card.
Just suggesting that he's had 1 or 2 others as well. Might be a little unfortunate when you consider none of the Wigan players have got booked yet. Nothing too malicious in the challenge. Just got caught by Maloney's quick feet.
Here's De Santo. He's stretching to clear. Figueroa. Maloney. It's James McCarthy. Moses. De Santo's looking to get underneath it. Free kick though given.
It's a difficult man, Ivanovic, to get out of the way. As proved here. Actually had a good hold on De Santo.
Well, last year's title race, of course, turned when Manchester United lost to Wigan and then only drew with Everton. And they'll be meeting Everton again in our first Monday night football of the new season. Sky Sports 1 HD and Sky 3D from 7 o'clock tomorrow. David Moyes, the Everton manager, watching here today.
He does get around the country, doesn't he, David? He loves his football.
There's Ramis. Now Figueroa. Going down, having been caught by a flailing arm from James MacArthur.
Yeah, it looked totally accidental, to be fair to MacArthur. It's one of those things where the arms are out. He's fighting for the ball. Yeah, I think it's just his momentum, isn't it, that takes the arm round. Just trying to get his balance.
Card for MacArthur. Hazard, who'd turned his back, just felt the force of the slap.
They've sat back since the goals, haven't they, Chelsea? I think they will want to try and get a bit more of the ball now, try and dominate things and just take the weight off that back four. They've certainly got the players to do it.
Here's Figueroa. Nice. Spread by Caldwell out to Emerson Boyce. And here's McCarthy. And Moses, good movement this from Wigan. But will it lead them anywhere? Moses going for it and forcing the reaction save.
It's a cross shot, isn't it? Just drill it into that area with pace and see what comes of it. He deals with it well, Petr to get it out of the danger area.
Got caught out by the element of surprise there, the Chelsea goalkeeper. Alcaraz claiming the corner, and it is given. Caldwell, who was booked earlier by Mike Jones, both yellow cards in the game so far shown to defenders. David Luiz, the other one to be booked. Sean Maloney's corner met comfortably by Ashley Cole. McCarthy. Now Boyce. Here's Maloney again. Space here for Ramis. Moses taking on Bertrand, but showing him too much of the ball.
It's a dangerous game that Chelsea are playing. They're sticking back really onto their own 18-yard area, inviting pressure.
Moses losing out, and here's Frank Lampard. Matter. Hazard bearing down. Caldwell coming across to deal with it. Alcaraz put himself under pressure with the initial touch, and Lampard closing him down.
with Hazard in his side, they have got that great pace. Somebody who loves to run with the ball on the counter-attack. It will be a weapon for them this season.
Given away by Ramis clumsily to Fernando Torres, but he doesn't make the most of it. Figueroa concedes it. Mata. Torres really spurned the gift then from Ramis.
He did. I wouldn't have been expecting it, but once at his feet, should have done a lot better. The first half to forget, though, for this lad.
Putting it up as a forlorn chase. Torres, who did score in the Community Shield, his first goal in the pre-season matches for Chelsea, and with his left foot as well.
Good finish. Nice to get one early on like that. He's had a full pre-season. Fitness shouldn't be a problem.
Hazard. So finding Ashley Cole. Hazard again. Alcaraz coping with him a little more comfortably than Ramis has managed to do so far. Picked in by Figueroa. Figueroa has, certainly towards the back end of last season, he was playing on the left of the three-man defence, but no Jean Beausejour today. He's absent with a niggling injury.
Yeah, it does rob them of crossing ability from that side with Beausejour. Not quite as adept being a natural defender.
Pushing ball from Figueroa. McCarthy. Here's Boyce. Here's Moses. Driven across too heavily for Franco Di Santo, who got into the box.
Yeah, there's not a lot for him to aim at, to be fair, for Victor Moses. Sean Maloney was the option to cut back to. But really good play to beat Ashley Cole out there. Just too much on that cross. And knocked at the door, but as of yet, not managed to pull anything back. Wigan put a lot of effort into this first half after going a couple of goals down.
Caldwell. Now Ramis. Here's Caldwell. Left by Maloney for Figueroa. It's going down somewhat theatrically, and the referee not buying it. And it is a corner for Wigan.
He's been quite busy, Ivanovic. In that right big decision.
No reward yet for Wigan for all of their efforts. Can they get a pre-half-time boost here? Maloney's kick. Came off John Obi Mikel, back in by Gary Caldwell, and then away by Branislav Ivanovic. Figueroa stretching it to Caldwell. There's Mikel. Touch. Juan Mata. Cole has burst forward. It's broken for Mata. 2 additional minutes in the first half.
Well, after a dream start for Chelsea, you can't say they've impressed. They've sat back on the heels, really.
Trying to slide it through, and Figueroa succeeded. It's Franco Di Santo! Well, his first touch was too heavy, and then he gave himself a lot to do, and Lewis with a comfortable task getting back.
Really clumsy, wasn't it? Really clumsy. The ball is perfect. A bit of weight taken off by Lewis, and that first touch, Rob, you're right. It just killed it for him. He tries the little dink, but really the chance was gone.
Maloney, that's a foul by Mata. Well, enough to offer hope here for Wigan that the openings will come. Sean Maloney, certainly capable of striking one. Might be a bit too close for Maina Figueroa, judging by his heroics at Stoke a few years ago. Maloney would have to be the favourite. Corrections from Gary Caldwell, who's now moved away. Here's Sean Maloney. And that's an easy pick up for Czech.
The angle on it, he reads it, Czech. Easy pickings.
Well, Chelsea haven't really built on a great start to the game for them, but a dreadful start for new Wigan recruit Ivan Ramis, who was caught in the Hazard warning lights, turned by him for the first goal, which was scored by Branislav Ivanovic. Ramis then